Hey, hi ho, I am Igroglaz and today I'll tell you everything about bosses in Igroglaz. So when you fight with different monsters, not just with the starting monsters, but starting with the wilderness and go on. For example, I am fighting mainly vampires because I am melee fighter. Yeah, I'm leveled up everything like archery, magic, but my focus it's melee because it's kinda best skill right now, because for archery you need arrows which cost a lot of money. For magic there is no good armor, so most of the players right now focus on melee. So vampires it's the best way to fight, and they drop these keys. You could say that 0 or 3%, it's very small amount. Actually it's a lot. It's quite high chance, and for one night you could get like 10 keys easily. So yeah, each of different monsters drop his own key. So if we take a look, Medusa drop mutated, vampire drop stone, and etc. So after you got the key, you could open it. The thing is that by default you could have only one key in your inventory. You see, I have 3. Why I have 3 keys? Because I bought this boss hunter token. So it's not too expensive. You could buy it from other players for gold or to support the developer and sell it on the player shop too. So after you bought this boss hunter token, you could have more than one key. So if you are planning to focus on battle, it's kind of obligatory, because this way you will be able, for one night you will have like 7 or 10 keys sometimes, while if you do it without this token you have only 1. But even like this, if you do not have this token yet, there is a kind of smart thing to do. You could open, if you will go to the Valley of Gods, and here you will use this key. Now let's imagine that I had one key and I used it to open this boss. So now this boss opened, but it's not necessary for me immediately to fight with it. So now you will be able to get another key even if you do not have this boss hunter token. So it's kind of life hack how to do it. The only problem, if 2 players, for example, you do your you fight bosses with your clanmates or with other players. If 2 players, if they both have dungeon opened, they both use the key, then it will be spent for both of us. So better if you do it with a company of other players, not to use keys, but let they lay in your inventory. So how to fight the boss? It's very easy. What you need, first of all, you need after eat, and you need to put it at 99%. Second thing, you need food. Minimum food is plus 14, but 16 it's kind of also cheap. So plus 14 hit points or plus 16 hit points food. Then you need battle skill, like melee skill or archery or magic, at least 70. So if you have 70, then you could start fighting. Different bosses has different parameters. For example, Medusa, she has weakness to slash. It means that it's weakness to scimitar, and at the same time she attack you in melee. That's why you need to wear your plate armor. But for example, if you would fight with I do not have K, but yes, if you would fight Zeus, for example, Zeus, he has magical attack. Yeah, so you will need to equip something versus magic. For example, I equip this archer coat because it gives you more magic defense than mage armor. So I use this magic coat, I use my weapon, and I use Book of Terrors as a shield. Because it gives you also magic defense, because Zeus, he attack you with the magic. Yeah, so you want to have defense. So the most important thing when you fight bosses, not to have the weakness, not to be able to go through weakness, because weakness doesn't give you too big boost. The most important is to survive. Yeah, so your goal actually, it will be enough for everybody to have 2 sets of armor. Plate armor to fight Medusa and other bosses like who use archery attack or melee attack, and have archery set of armor which give you magic defense, and you could kill everything with a sword. It's kind of the most popular right now. Most of the people use sword, some people use bow. Most of people do not go with the magic on the bosses right now, because it's kind of not really effective, because there are at such moment, maybe later developers they will add new armor, but for now there is no good magic armor. So let's start fighting. There are options. What I could say, you could try to fight bosses alone, but actually it's very bad thing to do. Why? Because every time when you kill bosses, for your clan it gives points, and these points they are given to each participant of the fight. So it's much better to fight with a boss with a team up to 3 players. You could create a team. We would do it in a minute. So if you create a team with your clan mates, it's the best thing, because you will gain lots of clan points. You see, we just bought Yoink upgrade. By the way, it's the most important upgrade, because it gives you 25% chance not to use a key when you're entering boss lair. So this is the best ever upgrade when you just start. Then you could go for strength and numbers or some other stuff, but Yoink is kind of the most powerful upgrade. Yeah, you just go together with your clan mates in a party of 3, and you get lots of points. If you do not have people in your clan, you could just go to looking for group channel in Discord. In the official Discord, there are people which could help you with to fight with the bosses, but you need to split reward. So there is a rule, like yeah, it's a list of reward which you could get. We will talk about it. There is a rule that you get like half of the reward from the boss if you fight with other players, from like random players. But in our clan, for example, in some clans there are another rule. So if you go with your key, you get all loot, so it's much easier to do so. Yeah, it's better of course to do it with a clan. Some people, by the way, as in this game it's allowed to have up to 3 accounts, some people they do bosses with their alt characters, so it's kind of very big money. So I think the best money. If you have 3 strong characters, you could make much more case. But it takes time, of course, to fight with each boss. So what about reward? The best reward is good like Gemstone. They cost like 7 millions, but recently price dropped up to 4 millions. Maybe it will drop even more, because a lot of people doing bosses very fast with ability to collect a lot of keys. So yeah. Then another thing, astronomical lore, it costs like 1 million. Then a lot of seeds, yeah, they cost also something like, for example, papaya seed could cost like 50,000 gold one. Some fruits, resources, it's all rubbish. The good thing is chests. So the most nice chest, it's exceptional chest, which could make you very, very wealthy. And also titanium gloves and titanium boots, also very good stuff. So it's most of the things which you could, it's all the things which you could get from the boss, and this is very nice rewards. So let's start our battle. To do it, I'll make a team with my clan mates. Let's make party and invite Chepaev and Vilius 690. We invited our clan mates. We check our food. Yeah, you should put food on the first place which you want to eat, like I said about this life hack in my past videos, so you could sort food which to eat first in your inventory. Then after eating, threshold 99, and waiting when people will press ready button. Okay, they pressed it. Now we click fight, and we start fighting with our boss Medusa. You see, Chipaev, he wear plate armor, which is good suited for this fight, because Medusa makes physical damage. Vilios, he decided to go with magic, as he has very nice stuff, but it's much harder because Medusa make physical damage, so it's better not to go as a mage versus Medusa. But as he has like 82 hit points, it might be alright. It might be, if he will be lucky. Anyway, actually these bosses right there, right now, for our former members at least in our clan, they are quite easy, and even alone you could defeat this boss. It's kind of possible, but sometimes you could be unlucky, so it's always better to fight versus bosses not alone, because yeah, sometimes actually there is a probability that this boss will kill all of us. It's very small, like 1% or something like this. At the end of the fight, you see who got the loot. For example, this time, this magical lock, Vilius received it, not me, because he made most of the damage. So he dropped it to our guild bank, and I could take it because I am key owner. So let's create another battle. Chapaev, like this, and fight. And you may notice that this time Yoink worked, so I didn't spend key. I had 3 keys, but it is our second battle, so this ability, this Yoink ability worked, and I had extra battle, with extra entering to the boss, which give you a lot of money in perspective. So again, we you see our character after eating food, just in case if we will be unlucky and the boss will hit too hard. This is not the hardest boss, Medusa. It's one of the easiest bosses. One of the hardest bosses, it's like Griffin or some others. They could like make very much damage, and they have very high hit chance. But still, yeah, you could see that my chance to fight to hit the boss is 30%. You could say, oh, 30% chance to hit it small. Actually, it's all right. As we 3 of us fighting with this boss, even 30% chance, even 20% chance, it's enough to defeat this boss. So don't be sad if you have low chance. It's all right. And like my maximum hit is 25. You see, if you will be unlucky, and okay, Vilius got another. You see, Vilius made most of the damage again. So he doing with this magical set a really good job. Even though you could say that okay, he has not so high defense. I don't remember what we have. This one or okay. No Young this time. Vilius. 960 690. I'm sorry. So even though he used kind of a magical armor which do not give you defense, and he will, in unlucky case, he will be killed in 2 blows, and he has very high hit chance here, like 60 I think, or more maybe. But you see his stuff, it makes a lot of damage. But actually, yeah, it's quite random. Sometimes even though my weapon worse than Chipaev or Vilius, sometimes I can make more damage than they are, because you see it's totally random. It's very random. I've been 30% chance to hit, and damage could be also various, max from like 1 to 25. So It's kind of very random stuff. You see, this time it was 1. Yeah, also during the fight you could like make funny emotions here, and it's kind of cool. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helped you. Bosses, it's very profitable thing for now, but slowly prices on this drop, it's going down a bit. So they coming like to be just regular activity like gathering or crafting or fighting. It's all become quite equal in terms of spending time on it. Okay, Vilios again was the best damage dealer. You see, mages, after all, mages, they are not bad, what I could say. Vilios is a good example of it. And you see, considering rewards, I already got this astronomical ore. I got this scroll which cost like 250 gold. This cost 1 million. Okay, I was invited to the combat. So when somebody invites you to the combat, you get such an invitation, you could accept it. And yes, now we will fight Devil. And what you should do, you should press like ready, then the fight starts. Devil is the same. He has all bosses, they have the same loot almost. Some differences, for example, I think only Zeus drops Wands of Lifesteal, which cost right now literally nothing, like 300,000 gold. But most of them, they're kind of the same. I mean, the most expensive thing, it's got like stones and astronomical ore and exceptional treasure chest. So yeah, this Devil, he is he makes physical damage, so again it's good to have in plate. But you see, if you have high hit points, so the most important factor, one of the most important factors, it's having high hit points. So if you have more than like 70 or 80 hit points, it's safe to do it even if you use like robe armor. So and weakness bound, we do not have anyone with bound, because fastest weapon in the game, it's scimitar, so all people use just scimitar. So this weakness, it doesn't really matters. It doesn't really matters. You could do all right with any weapon. So considering stats here, you see here my hit chance even lower, because Medusa, she has less armor than Devil. Devil has very high armor, that's why I have only 24% chance to hit it. But still, you see, we killed Devil pretty fast. Yeah, and this time I got 527 cooked fish, so I need to give it 557 or something like this, and we send it to Clan Vault. Yeah. Nice. So thank you very much for watching. You see, I got what I got from these bosses. It's like astronomical ore, 1 piece, some bars, some logs. So it's quite nice. And I had only 3 keys, but because of Yoink upgrade in the clan, I was able to enter 6 dungeons. So it was quite fun. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make more videos.